Hey guys, Smoke here with a new video, and stick around to the end because I have a really cool announcement. So yeah, we're gonna watch not Far From Home, No Way Home. The reason we're watching the Spider-Man movies is because the new one is coming out later this year, and I'm trying to have these done by the time it comes out. And last year I did Amazing Spider-Man 1, and it did really well, and I said I was gonna do all the Spider-Man movies, and just never got to it. So yeah, okay, guys, so just realized that this came out in 2017. And I remember watching Civil War and like really liking Civil War. So I might watch that at some point too, because I want to do the Avengers movies also this year with Doomsday coming out. So those all might come out like back to back after these ones are done. It's been a while since I've seen the first Avengers movie, which I really remember liking. The Avengers: Age of Ultron, I don't remember liking that much. In Civil War, I really liked. And if you don't say it's an Avengers movie, it's obviously an Avengers movie, even though I'm pretty sure it's called Captain America: Civil War, but I could be wrong. So yeah, I remember seeing this. I think it was a trailer they showed the Spider-Man suit off in that, and I was like, "Oh shit, they're actually doing it." Because that's when I first started getting into like where leaks were coming out for all kinds of crazy stuff, and 2017 was an interesting year. So yeah, let's get into this review finally. Sorry about a double intro, almost basically. So guys, watching the movie, of course, and the intro is kind of. I get where Tomb's coming from, the Vulture, because of them just kind of shutting his whole operation down, and then so he decides to become a criminal. I mean, it's basic villain shit. So yeah, um, but Peter in this filming the stuff, because I don't like film everything obviously, but I do have a vlog channel that I don't plug just because if you guys want to find it, it's on there. It's not hard to find. Um, I do film a little bit of stuff, and I used to vlog on this channel, and all those videos are still public because I don't see the point in hiding old videos. I mean, because something I said come back to bite me in the ass someday. Probably, I was an edgy teen. Don't own it. But like, it's not like I did it all the time. I think there's like a couple videos I did end up privating, and that's because they were related to a music artist that I just don't like anymore, and because he got into a bunch of hot water, I was like, I'm deleting these. Um, but Peter in this, he is so eager, so happy. I forgot how well Tom Holland can play, like, because I haven't watched any of the movies since No Way Home came out, and I did a review on that, but I'm redoing that review. So Tom Holland is doing not bad as like an eager Peter. He reminds me more of like the not the recent one, not Friendly Neighborhood, but the show before that's Peter a little bit, which I think came out around the same time as Tom Holland came out, like as Spider Man. And I like how he's kind of filled with stuff. And of course, Robert Downey Jr. always steals the show as Iron Man. I don't remember Happy being such a dick to Peter. But yeah, that's it for now. Hey guys, Smokey here. With more of the video. So Peter, you know, anxiously waiting for something to happen with the Avengers and stuff, and stumbles onto what Toombs is doing with the tech, and then he goes home after trying to tell Happy about while they're moving stuff out of Stark Tower, which I don't think they still haven't revealed who bought Stark's Tower in the universe, which is crazy because right now they're clearing to 2028. Or was it Fisk? I can't remember who bought it. It might have been Fisk that bought it finally. Let me check real quick. Okay, it wasn't Fisk. It was Valentina something. But and then Peter, goes home, sneaks into his room, and Ned catches him Spider Manning, which is funny. I completely forgot about that scene. So yeah, Ned asking all kinds of questions is also really funny. Because Ned is just a curious nerd, and then him going to blab about when Liz is talking about she would like to meet Spider Man. And he goes, Peter knows Spider Man, and Peter looks like he's about to rip his head off, which is also funny. That was funny. Also, a little bit before that, I forgot to talk about this because yeah, um, Peter is in them and Aunt Mary eating at some restaurant, and after he saves the old man from the diner or the deli, not the diner, but they go and eat, and he goes, "I need a new backpack," and he's like, "Again?" Which, I just bought a backpack recently at Walmart, and it was like $30. So I know they would have been a little bit cheaper in 2017, maybe in New York. I'm not sure, but I was like, no, I wouldn't be buying you a backpack every time I turn around either. But yeah, this is kind of funny. Um, so yeah, there's that, and then now he's at the party. So yeah. So guys, I do want to talk about a few things like Peter tracking the guy while sneaking through the school is funny because they were trying to find Peter and Peter ended up tracking them. Um, Ned carrying the bomb is also kind of like the Centauri Energy Core or whatever Karen was calling it. Him activating Karen and all that stuff's funny. Also, something else I want to talk about. MJ is very forgettable in this movie. I know they were trying to make like Liz, like yeah, Liz and him, but she is very like forgettable in this. She's just kind of in the background. So guys, watch the fairy scene. Still a good scene, like holds up wise, because sometimes modern movies don't hold up as good as something from 2010, which is really weird. But Tony actually being there, and the one time that Tony, something I forgot to talk about, when Tony rescued, well, the Iron Man suit rescues him out of the thing, he makes comments about stuff, and then when they're going around saving people on the boat, he also says, "Band practice, huh?" And then, he goes, "If you really cared, you'd actually be here." And Tony comes out of the suit, which was a nice touch. But now, cutting a little bit forward, Peter actually getting the date with Liz and him being nervous around Adrian because he knows who he is. But at the same time, it kind of reminds me of how they do when his Peter tingle goes off, the spider sense, right before Norman decides to go cuckoo. Um, so yeah, it's just kind of interesting that even though Spider Sense ain't a thing with him yet, it is kind of being portrayed that way. But yeah, I like this movie so far. Tim threatening Peter is also done really well. I find it a little funny because he's like, it takes him a minute to realize who Peter is, but somebody looked at me with that kind of fear. I wouldn't take it as like nervousness, I guess, but it's kind of interesting. He looks at him with that, and then him threatening Peter, like I said, was funny because he's like, now go, like he just talks to him like a fucking Italian mob boss. Um, but yeah, other than that, and then Peter's still choosing to go after him and tells Liz that he is not the man that she deserves. And kind of did the same thing to MJ later on, in a sense, when he gives up his identity, even though they do love each other. This is kind of interesting. Oh, also, I forgot. MJ, when Peter and her walked to the prom, or not Peter and her, but Peter and Liz walked to the prom. MJ looks at him and flips him off. That was kind of funny. And Tim's pinning Peter and making him learn, without the suit, putting his words back into him. Without the suit, he is nothing. Peter having to learn that he is something with the suit is also a nice touch. Well, guys, the final fight was good, and Tappy just looking like, holy shit, Peter was right, and then looking up at Peter plays on the Cyclone, because he knows that's kind of cool that he knew Peter was up there in a sense. Also, forgot to mention, I keep forgetting to mention, the teacher plays as the Tusla King, or Tesla King, however you Tulsa, that's what it was. So that's kind of funny. That's the only other thing I know him from. Ned trying to get to Happy was kind of funny, and him still saving Adrian was also nice. And it sucks that because, in my opinion, each movie, like the first of each movie, has a decent villain. Kurt Connors was good, Norman was good, Vulture was good. The second movie for Toby's villain was good, with Doc Ock obviously, and this movie's villain's good. I don't think I liked Electro, let alone jealous Harry Osborn, and I'm not sure if I liked Mysterio or not. And then you can't really say anything about the No Way Home because it's just all villains. But yeah, that's it for now. Like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on notifications. Also, guys, when we hit 1,000 subscribers, I am going to finish the Transformers reviews if you guys stick around that long. Peace.